Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today checking out some more Monkish, one of my all-time favorite brewers when it comes to hazy beers. So this one I'm stoked to try because a lot of people told me it's the best iteration of this beer. And this is the Monkish Visions of Spock. Cracking this at just shy of, well, no, actually just 5 weeks today. So 5 weeks for a triple dry hopped IPA, I think that's going to be all right. So triple dry hopped single IPA. If you don't know Visions of Spock, it's a riff on the Spocket beers, Smarter Than Spock as well. Spocket is a tribute to Spock, of course, from Star Trek. Even though I don't know much about that at all, Star Trek. I haven't watched a lot, but I think everyone who's a geek knows that kind of reference. But Spocket, all Galaxy hopped IPA, Smarter Than Spocket, double dry hopped, Visions of Spock, triple dry hopped. So that's the whole deal with this beer. Planet's got a roll. I'm guessing it's something similar to that, just as a single IPA. I'm not entirely sure. That was just a phenomenal beer, and so is Beats is Infinite. Those beers are crazy. So if they're gonna be anything like those, or this is, I'm just gonna be stoked. I had Spocket quite a few years ago at Mikkeller Beer Celebration in Copenhagen. I thought it was one of the best beers at the festival, but I haven't had it since. So it'll be fun to try a crazier version of it and see what we think. So it is 7.1% alcohol, and as I said, triple dry hop with Galaxy. Got it poured in my Gamma Brewing glass here. This, I call it the Bitburger Pilsner style glass. I think they call it a goblet or something at Monkish because they have a similar glass. And as you might see, there's not a lot of head. If I pour some more beer in there, nothing really generates. So it's probably crazily hopped. That's usually a great showcase of that. But it looks nice. It looks pretty much, as I say in previous Monkish beer videos, or Monkish IPA videos, which seems to be all the Monkish videos we do. It looks like every other Monkish Hazy IPA. It's super bright. It's golden yellow. It's got a little bit of head. It's white. It's, when I just poured it, it foamed up a bit. It looked almost green. It smells crazy good from here. I'm just smelling dankness and dripping melon juice. Let's get a nose into this one. Yeah. So much cantaloupe melon. Crazy dripping cantaloupe melon. But what I love, it's not all dainty sweet juice. And I keep saying that. It must be annoying to hear by now. But like sometimes with a lot of Galaxy IPAs, they get like a lot of that juice character. And that like juice character, or not juice character, melon character paired with lots of esters. And when you have that, you get boatloads of that like juicy, gushing, overripe Galaxy melon thing. But this has a super bright dank touch and pineapple. It's almost like that huge kind of kiwi vibe that you sometimes get with Galaxy. Maybe not huge, but you get that with Galaxy sometimes as well. I'm just getting boatloads of that in this. Like really green fruits. There's almost like, again, I've talked about that before also with Monkish beers because they're so hop saturated. It has like this kind of pineapple banana. I forgot the name of it, but it's like, it looks like a banana crossed with a pineapple. It's an exotic fruit. It smells a bit like that. And it's a weird reference, but it's a fruit I really have stuck in my head because it smells like almost like more intense and taste like an intenser version of a pineapple, but it's almost got a similar consistency to banana when it's overripe. Man, it's crazy hop saturated, this one. It smells really good. Not the best glass for aromas maybe, but yeah, it smells nice when I'm smelling from here. So let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers. Whew! That is a hop saturated beer. Yeah. So the big thing for me, this shows why Galaxy is best in double IPAs. It does need some sweetness. It really does. There is a little bit, but it's really bringing forth a lot of the herbal, spicy, noble hop character or heritage of the hop. Man, it's good though. There's a lot of that kind of overripe melon flavor up front. And then there's like this gasoline-y, diesel-y dank vibe, which you also sometimes get from Nelson. And then there's like these bright green fruits. This is like big time kiwi and big time like that kind of pineapple banana thing. It totally is in there. Also, just like really dry, snappy pineapple, almost like that feeling of crazy pineapple, like like that enzymatic feel from eating pineapple. That's slightly numbing. That's almost in there, and I think it's just because it's so hop saturated. I think this is the first time in a long time I tried triple dry hopped single IPA from Monkish, and I think it tastes really good. But man, when this was fresh, it must have been a bit too much for its own good, and that's where I can see a little bit with why maybe some people think Monkish can be a bit too hop saturated, if it's like that. So I can see that point, but I think with 5 weeks it drinks really good. Like, it's not crazy palate fatigue or anything, but it's got a huge hop flavor, but not as much as well, those are also double IPAs, but like the Headrooms from Trillium. It's interesting how Galaxy is like that. It's got like a huge herbal, peppery kind of touch to it, and it's like black pepper, and the herb is really hard. It's not like singy and bright as I've had in other beers, but it's like been this like Thai basil thing and whatnot. It's more deep and dense, and lightly bitter. Is there like a lightly bitter herb? Lustige maybe? I don't even know what that's called in English. But it's like a bitter herb, like a bitter herby thing. Almost, yeah, I don't know. It's like hard to think of herbs that are bitter right now for me. What do we know bitter herbs? Is it like, I don't know, is parsley slightly bitter? Flat leaf parsley? No. Lustige is a bit bitter, but I don't know what it's called in English. I'll have it on the video. But it's almost like something like that. It's just like a more bitter kind of herby thing. It's of course just hop bitterness. But as I've always said, Monkish is just, it's not all dainty juice. It's got some bitterness and herby qualities and whatnot. This certainly has that. But it's interesting because it's a whole different facet of Galaxy. And when you use Galaxy in double IPAs and triple IPAs, you get much more of that like crazy melon flavor. If you compare this to Planet's Gotta Roll, that was like just a crazy Galaxy beer. So much melon. And I think it's just because that hop suits that style better. It's great in this, but it's just more herby, peppery, gasoline-y, but it still has those other Galaxy flavors, the tropical vibes and whatnot. And I think it's just how it is. I've seen a lot of people talk about bad crops of Galaxy and bad crops of Galaxy. I think it's not really bad crops of Galaxy because Monkish is still churning out lots of Galaxy IPAs that are just doubles that are great. I think it's like a combo of the fact that it just works better in double IPAs and triple IPAs, and that also Galaxy is one of the hops that's often also better with friends. Some hops are just not fantastic on their own in some styles, and I think this might be a case of it. Sounds like I'm knocking a bit. I'm not knocking it. I'm not hating it. It's just, a bit more pepper and whatnot than I think that a lot of people are used to. Still drinking phenomenally, though. I love the brightness and dankness on it. But it's not my favorite Monkish beer. And, I think they've done better Galaxy beers, 100%. But it's maybe because it's a single IPA. But I do not hate it in any way, shape, or form. It's still really good. I'm thinking like a 93, 4-ish, something like that. It's not really world class for me. I think it should have a little bit more, maybe let's just like bright fruitiness and whatnot. It does have a little bit, I said, like pineapple, banana, and kiwi, and green fruit and whatnot. But especially on the aftertaste, it goes big into all these like crazy herby, gasoline-y kind of flavors. And I like that a lot with Monkish beers, and that's one of the reasons why I often like Monkish beers more than other beers, because they're just not all kind of just soft, pillowy, fruity juice. It has a bit of an edge as you associate with the West Coast and the bitterness and all that. And West Coast IPAs, it's just that I feel like they integrated better in other beers. That being said, it's still great. 93, 94 is still fantastic grades. It's just not world class. It's just really, really, really good. But yeah, nice. And I got another can, so we'll see what we do with that. But yeah, this is very nice. So if you guys had a chance to try it, Visions of Spock, let me know what you thought of it. We got one more beer from Monkish in this last shipment of beer from the States. And that is Water Balloon Fighters. I already reviewed that beer, but maybe we'll do a battle or a revisit or something, because it's really fresh and it's got some old school hops. It's got like Simcoe and stuff in it, which is pretty cool. It's not something you see too often used by Monkish, at least. It's a Mosaic too, I think. So that's a hop they rarely used as far as I remember. It's not too often, at least anymore. But yeah, still very, very nice IPA. Just not my favorite Monkish beer. But if you guys had a chance to try Visions of Spock, let me know what you thought of it. Triple dry hopped single IPA. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, Twitter, and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.